Hello everybody, Courtney here from How to Loom Your Dragon. Today we are going to be making the adult Bewilderbeast. This video is dedicated in memory of Shayan, who passed away a little while ago due to leukemia. So this video is dedicated to him and to his cousin Sarah and the rest of his family. Okay, so this is the adult Bewilderbeast video. This is the one I have finished. This is Valka's Bewilderbeast. Okay, in my tutorial I'm going to be making Dragos. However, if you want to make Valkas, I will be telling you what colors you will be needing. Okay, so if you want to make Valka's Bewilderbeast, you are going to need about 4 bags of white or glow. I actually used glow, but that's up to you. Also you'll be needing about half a pack of black, maybe a little bit more. Some pink for the tongue. Right now his tongue is sticking out. That is optional. You can always stick it back in, his mouth, whatever you want. You'll also be needing about between 200 and 300 dark brown bands. Okay. Also, pink for the tongue, obviously. I don't know if I said that already. And 4 blue bands for the eyes. I used jelly blue for mine. Okay. If you are doing Dragos, like me in this tutorial, you'll be needing about 2 bags of white, 2 bags of gray, a bag of the caramel brown, or you could do the dark brown like in this guy, but that's totally up to you if you want to do that. Also, a few black, not many, mostly the black for the pupils and the toenails. And let me think if there's any other colors. Obviously pink for Drago's Bewilderbeast's tongue as well. And I believe that is basically it. Oh, if you happen to have the jelly blue or a light blue, I may be using that on the neck of Drago's, because I noticed in one of the pictures that he has like a blue reflection kind of underneath. I believe Valka's actually does too, so that is up to you if you want to be putting some blue underneath on the neck, belly, chin, or whatever. Okay, so this is how we're going to be doing this. As I go along, there are going to be points in the video where I'm going to tell you to go back and repeat. Also, you need to know how to mirror things and make things symmetrical. So, for example, I have already made 3 of the dragon's legs. I will be making 1 in the video, and I will be telling you to go back and make 2 of them symmetrical. If you were confused on how to do that, if you take a mirror and put it in front of your computer, your phone, your tablet, whatever you're using, you will see what I mean if you look at it in the mirror. It'll be opposite. Okay, so you need to know how to do that. This tutorial will take a very long time. It may be divided into more than 1 video. I will have to see. Alright, and it takes a lot of patience, and this should not be one of your first projects. But if you've been looming dragons with me for a long time, then, you know, this shouldn't be a problem for you, hopefully. Alright, so I guess we shall begin. We are going to start with the leg. Alright, so if you want to make Valkas, I'm going to tell you what colors to use as we go along. Alright, for Dragos, I am doing a mixture of gray and white because his dragon is kind of like a light gray body color, but unfortunately they don't sell light gray bands, so that's why I do a mixture of gray and white. And I will show you what that means as we go along. Alright, so for Dragos, you're going to grab your gray and your white. For Valkas, you're going to grab your white. Okay. So this is how we're going to do this. If you're doing Valkas, you are going to be putting down 3 white at a time. Okay, because her dragon's legs are mostly white. Okay. If I'm putting down a color other than white and I don't say what color to use if you're doing Valkas, just assume it's white, okay? But I will try to clarify when the color needs to be changed for hers. Okay. Alright, so let's begin. So for Dragos, you're taking 2 whites and a gray, and for Valkas, you're taking 3 whites. Okay. So if you're doing Valkas, again, you are just putting on 3 whites at a time, each time. For Dragos, we're rotating. So I put on 2 whites and a gray, and now I'm going to be doing 2 grays and a white. Alright, and now I'm doing 2 whites and a gray, 2 grays and a white, 2 whites and a gray, 2 grays and a white, 2 whites and a gray, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 2 grays and a white. Okay. Now we're going to be going down this side. All right. So now we are taking 1 gray and 2 whites. Or wait, no, I'm sorry. 2 grays and a white. It's opposite. All right. So 2 grays and a white. All right, and then 2 whites and a gray, 2 grays and a white, 2 whites and a gray, 2 grays and a white, 2 whites and a gray, 2 grays and a white. So you can tell that there's a little bit of a pattern going on here if you haven't noticed already. All right, and then we're doing 2 whites and a gray. Okay. And now I am taking a single gray. For Valkas, you're taking a single white. You're going to double loop it, put it here. Okay, so between these two. Again, another gray for Dragos, a white for Valkas. Between these two, double looped, and one more that goes from here to here. Okay. Alright, now we are taking, if you are doing Valka's dragon, you are taking a dark brown band, and you are double looping it. If you're doing Dragos, you are taking a caramel brown and double looping it. And that's going to go from here to here. Alright, I'm going to take a gray and double loop it. If you're doing Valkas, you're doing a double looped white. That goes from here to here. I'm going to do another caramel. Valkas, you're doing another dark brown. Double looped here to here. Double looped gray. For Valkas, you're doing a double looped white. Double looped caramel. For Valkas, you're doing double looped dark brown. Another double looped gray. For Valkas, you're doing another double looped white. Another double looped caramel. For Valkas, you're doing another double looped dark brown. And then one more double looped gray from here to here. Okay. Valkas, obviously, you're doing white again there. I'm going to be taking 4 double looped browns one at a time and putting them here. If you're doing Valkas, you are doing black. All right, so double looped caramel, double looped caramel, double looped caramel, and double looped caramel. Okay, so if you're doing Valkas, those should all be black. All right, and now I'm going to cap off these with the caramel. If you're doing Valkas, you're capping it off in black. Each one in black. This one is caramel. Okay. I'm going to do a double looped black. If you're doing Valkas, you are also doing double looped black. We are doing the toenails right now, so these are black. Double looped. Alright, so I did 3 of them, and now I am capping off each of these ends also with black. One, 2, 3, 4. When I cap off, I always wrap the band around the peg 4 times, by the way. Alright, if you are doing Valkas, the next 5, 6, 7, 8. The next 8 bands, you are going to be using white. Okay. All right. So double loop your white and put it between these two. If you're doing Valka's Dragon, you're going to do the same thing all the way down up to here. Up to here. No, here. Sorry. So you're doing all double looped white. All right. If you're doing Dragos, you're doing a double looped white here to here. Another one here to here. Another one here to here. And another one. I think that's it. Yeah, okay. So if you're, then you're going to take a double looped gray for Dragos. For Valkas, it's a double looped white. Another double looped gray here. Another one here. And another one here. So Valka's, you did all white. His leg is all white except for the toenails. These should be black, and these should be dark brown here. Okay? Yay. Let's begin to loom. You should know looming basics if you're doing this. Going underneath the toenail here, and we're going up. So I did those two up to here. Now I'm going to go down here and begin these. Also grab these 3 up to here. Here I'm going to grab this one and actually, sorry, I forgot to do something. You're not actually going to grab that one and do that one yet. Sorry, I forgot the brown bands. Oops. Figures. Anyway. Sorry guys. Hold on, I'm fixing it. First, what I want to do is I want to loom these guys. So for Valkas, you're looming the black ones. Here, and here, and here, and here. You want to loom those first. And then you want to loom these guys and bring those up to here. And now we can do this guy. So here, then we want to go in here and grab these double looped, bring those up. Go in here and do these. Okay. These. And then the brown one here. Okay. And now I'm going to go up here. And of course we're not catching the double looped horizontals, we're just doing the verticals when we do this. Okay. Alright, what you're going to do now is you're going to take any color bands that you want. I don't recommend doing jelly bands for this. Doesn't matter what color you're using, all you're doing is tying off these 2 ends at the top. I'm going to use pink because I have a lot of pink. And then you're going to pull off the leg. Okay, and if I turn it around, it looks really cool because you have these stripes on the side. If you did Valkas, it looks like this. Okay. So what you need to do now is you need to go back and make another leg just like we just did on the same side, okay? And then you need to do 2 opposite, symmetrical. Okay, so remember to hold your screen up to a mirror if you have to, because you need 2 to be opposite so the stripes are on the opposite side. Okay, so make your 4 legs and then return back to this part of the video. Right now that we have done the legs, we're going to be doing the wings in the back. Right, so for Valkas, we're going to be using all white for this, unless I say otherwise. For Dragos, we are doing gray and white. So if you're doing Dragos like me, you're just going to be taking a gray and a white band each time, okay? So gray and white. If you're doing Valkas, you are taking 2 whites at a time. Alright. So just follow me. You're going down 8 times. Alright, we're going to go down the second row 7 times. Oh, oops. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, sorry. We're going to go down the next row 6 times. Next row is 5 times. The next row is 4 times. And the next row is 3 times. Okay. Now, if you're doing Dragos, you're taking double looped caramel bands. If you're doing Valkas, you're taking double looped white. Okay. Here. 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 And here. Okay. If you're doing Dragos, we're doing another set of caramel. If you're doing Valkas, you are doing dark brown. So here, here. Again, these are double looped. Okay, for this final set of double looped, I'm doing caramel again. If you're doing Valkas, you are doing black. Okay, I'm capping off each of these ends in caramel for Dragos. If you're Valkas, you're capping off in black. Whoops. Right. Yeah. Okay, and I'm taking a gray and white. If you're Valkas, you're taking 2 whites at a time. And that is going here, here, hold on, I'm just checking something. Oh, there we go. That's why, sorry. No, we're doing good. I just want to make sure I put this in the right spot, which is actually going down 1. Sorry, this is going down here, and this is going down 1 as well. I was looking at the wrong diagram. Right, this is going here. This is going here. And this is going here. Alright, so if you're doing Valkas, those were all white. Okay. Alright, so let's begin looming. We're starting at the bottom here. Once I reach this point, I'm going to take the 2 horizontals and put them here. And I just realized we need to put horizontal bands on. So good thing I caught that. So stop there for a moment and take a, if you're doing Valkas, you're doing 2 whites at a time. If you're doing Dragos, you're doing gray and white. 2 at a time, we're making triangles. And then double looped white here. Oops. All right. Again, triangles here. Gray and white for Dragos here, and then double looped white here to here. And then I'm taking another double looped white here to here, and also here to here. Alright, so anyway, sorry about that. Now we can go in here. That would have been bad if I forgot that. We're looming here, and going up here. And then I'm going to be grabbing these 2 and looming them. Not the double looped one, these 2 here. Alright, and then we're going to go down and do these. Again, going in here, like that. Going in here. Okay, and then here. Oops, I grabbed 2 grays here. Oh, hold on. You stop for a sec. You know what? Whatever. Not even gonna worry about it. I accidentally put 2 grays instead of a gray and a white, but I just don't feel like fixing it right now, so because that would take too long, and hopefully it's not extremely noticeable. All right. So anyway, so we're just going up. Okay, again, I'm taking that whatever random color I want and tying off the 6 ends at the top. Alright, and now I can take this off. Okay. And there we have one wing. So you want to go back and redo this opposite, or mirror it, so that you have 2 wings bending in opposite directions, okay? If you do not mirror it, both wings will bend the same way. So go back and mirror it, and so they both bend opposite directions. Okay, now we will be working on the tusks, okay? So for Valkas, they are completely white. For Dragos, I'm making mine completely white as well, although they are kind of a dirty-ish yellow white. But I tried doing that and it looked awful. So I'm just doing white for Dragos as well. Okay? So we're going to start off by taking 4 bands at a time. So 4 white. 4 white again. 4 white again. 4 white again. Then we are taking 3 white. Then 3 white. Then 3 white. And 3 white. And then double looped white. Double looped white. Double looped white. Double looped white. And we are capping it off. This time we are going to wrap it around the peg 5 times, if you can do that. Make it come to a little more of a point when we do that. And we are going to loom. Okay. Okay, here, make sure you grab all 4. Same thing here. Same thing here, same thing here. And then we are going to tie that off with a random band. And you're going to go back and do another one. Same exact thing. Okay. So I made one of my tusks. And I have my second one already made. So make your second one and then return to this portion of the video. And once we've done that, we will be working on a bunch of spikes. This is a pain in the rear end, but we want to get it over with now. This is going to take you a long time to make. First we're going to start with the warts. So if you look on mine, the Bewilderbeast face, I have some warts on it. We are going to start by making a bunch of those and storing them on another hook or a toothpick. So, alright, so for Valkas, you are taking, Dragos, you are taking a double looped caramel. For Valkas, you are taking a double looped dark brown. And then for Dragos, we are capping it off also in caramel. For Valkas, you are capping it off in black. Okay, so there is 1 wart right there. Alright, you want to make 11 of them and then store them on a hook or another toothpick. I have a hook to store mine on, so go ahead and make 10 more. Once you've done that, you're going to work on the spikes, or whatever they are, I think they're spikes, on the neck, okay? So, for Dragos, we are going to be doing double looped white. For Valkas, you are also doing a double looped white. A double looped white. Then for Dragos, we are doing a double looped gray. For Valkas, you're doing another double looped white. Dragos, we're doing another double looped gray. Valkas, you're doing another double looped white. Drago, we're doing a caramel brown. Valkas, you are doing a dark brown. And Dragos, we are doing another caramel brown. Valkas, you are doing a black. Okay, so Valkas, you should have all white, then dark brown, and then black. And then we are capping off in a caramel here. For Valkas, you are capping off in black. Alright, so here's one. You want to make 6 of these exactly the same as you already have. So make them, put them on your loom, then we can loom them. You want to make 6. Once you've made 6 of them total, you can pull them off and store them on a hook or a toothpick. Okay? Or you can just lay them aside, whatever you want to do. Alright, so now we are going to work on a different size one, which is a little bit longer. So, for this one we are doing, let's see, 3. Okay, so both Dragos double looped white, also Valkas, you are doing a double looped white. Dragos double looped white, Valkas double looped white. Then for Dragos we are doing double looped gray, Valkas, you are doing double looped white. Another double looped gray. For Valkas, another double looped white. Dragos, another gray. Valkas, another white. Dragos, a brown, caramel. Valkas, a white. Dragos, a caramel. Here for Valkas, you want to put your dark brown. And then for Dragos, we are doing another caramel. For Valkas, you are doing your black here. And then I'm capping off with caramel. In Valkas, you are capping off with black. Okay, you want to make 7 of these. Okay, so these are a little bit longer than the ones we just did. You want to make 7 of them total. And once you've done that, you can loom them all and pull them off and put them to the side. Alright, so you've made 7 of these. And now we are doing one more size of these neck spikes. So, for Dragos and Valkas, taking double looped white. Same thing, Dragos and Valkas double looped white again. Dragos double looped gray. For Valkas, you're doing double looped white. Alright, Valkas is continuing with double looped white. Dragos, we have gray. Okay, Dragos is gray, Valkas is white. So I have, for Dragos, 2 whites followed by 4 grays. For Valkas, you have all white so far. Dragos, I have a caramel brown. Valkas, you have a white. Dragos, I have a caramel brown. Valkas, you have a white. Another caramel brown. For Valkas, you have your dark brown here. And for Dragos, I have another caramel brown. Valkas, you have your black there. So this is black for Valkas, and then you're capping off in black for Valkas and in caramel for Dragos. Whew, I have to talk a lot in this tutorial. Alright, so you want to make 6 of these total. So 6 of the ones this size, and then you want to loom them and pull them off. Okay? Alright, so you should have 6 of those really long ones, 7 of the medium ones, and 6 of the shorter ones. And now we're going to be making some shorter spikes on the back of the Bewilderbeast, which are these ones here. So, for Dragos, what did I do for Dragos? We are going to take a white and a gray. For Valkas, you are taking 2 whites. Okay, then for Dragos, we are taking a gray and a caramel. For Valkas, you are taking a white and a black here. And then for Dragos, we are taking 2 caramels. And for Valkas, you are taking 2 blacks. Right, I am capping off in caramel for Drago. Valkas, you are capping off in black. Okay, you want to make 6 of these. So make 6, and then loom them. Ooh. And of course, take them off and store them somewhere. Alright, so you have 6 of those. Alright, now we are working on the tail spikes. For Dragos, we are doing brown. I'm not sure exactly what color they are. I did see the movie, but I can't remember. Valkas, you're just using black. Dragos, you're just using brown, the caramel. Okay, so we're taking 3, followed by a double looped single, and then capped off. So Valkas, these are all black. Dragos, they are all caramel. Okay, so I am looming those. And then I am going to make 4 more, so you have 5, so make 5 of those. And then you can take those off and store those somewhere as well. Alright, now we are going to be working on the huge spikes, okay? This might be a little tricky for me, so I'm going to try to move slow so I can tell you the right colors here. Okay, here's how we're gonna do this. I'm gonna make Dragos. I'm gonna put Dragos on the loom, okay? And then if you're making Valka's dragon, I'm gonna tell you the colors after I put them on, because that will make it easier. Okay, so Drago people, we are doing. Let me grab mine, the ones I made already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Dragos, you are taking 2 whites and a gray. Valkas, actually I can just tell you. Valkas, you are taking 3 whites, okay? Dragos, again, we are doing 2 whites and a gray. Valkas, again, 2 whites. Okay. Dragos, again, 2 whites and a gray. Valkas, again, 3 whites. Alright, now for Dragos, we are taking 4, 5. Again, 2 whites and a gray. For Valkas, you are actually going to be taking 1, 2, 3. For Valkas, you actually want this one to be 2 whites and a dark brown, and this one is 2 dark browns and a white. So for Valkas, you have white, white, 1 dark brown, 2 whites, and 2 dark browns and 1 white. Okay. Alright, and for Dragos, again, I am taking 2 whites and a gray. For Valkas, now you're doing 3 brown. Okay. And now for Dragos, I am taking a caramel, a white, and a gray. For Valkas, you are taking 2 browns and a black right there. Alright, and now for Dragos, I am now taking 2 caramels and a gray. And for Valkas, you are taking 2 blacks and a brown. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 2 blacks and a brown. Alright, cool. Then Dragos, we're doing 3 caramel. Valkas, you're doing 3 black. Dragos, you're doing 3 caramel. Valkas, you're doing 3 black. And Dragos, I'm capping off in caramel. Valkas, you are capping off in black. You want to make 2 of these. Okay, so go and do another one. Then you can loom it. Take it off, or take them off and store them somewhere, okay? So this is Dragos. Valkas should look something like this here, okay? Cool. Now let us do the next one. So now we have, this is This is a very annoying part of the project, but we can do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So now we're going to do more. So, Dragos, take 2 whites and a gray. Valkas, you are taking 3 whites. Drago, 2 white and a gray. Valka, 3 whites. Drago, 2 whites and a gray. Valka, 3 whites. Drago, 2 whites and a gray. Valka, you are taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 whites again. Alright, so Drago again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We are taking 2 whites and a gray. Valkas, you are now taking 2 whites and a brown. Dragos, we are taking 2 whites and a gray. Valkas, you are taking 1 white and 2 browns. Dragos, we are taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We are taking a white, a gray, and a brown. Valkas, you are taking 3 browns. Okay. Dragos, we are now taking a gray and 2 browns. Valkas, you are taking 1 black and 2 browns. Okay, Dragos, we are now taking 8. Oh yeah, Dragos, we are now taking 3 browns. Valkas, you are now taking 3 blacks. Dragos, we are taking 3 browns. Valkas, you are taking 3 blacks. And Dragos, we're capping off in caramel. Valkas, you're capping off in black. Okay, you want to make 2 of those. So make another one, loom it, pull it off. Man, what a project. Ha. Ha ha. Okay, now. Alright, now we are doing another one with 11 rows. So for Dragos, we are taking 2 whites and a gray. Valkas, you're taking 3 whites. Dragos, 2 whites and a gray. Valka, 3 whites. Drago, 2 whites and a gray. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Valka is 3 whites. Okay, Drago, 2 whites and a gray. Valka, 3 whites. Drago, 2 whites and a gray. Valka, 3 whites. Okay, so, hold on, I have to count here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Now, for Dragos, we are again taking 2 whites and a gray. But for Valkas, you are now taking 2 whites and a brown. Alright, Dragos, we are again doing 2 whites and a gray. Valkas, you are doing 2 browns and a white. Dragos, we are taking a brown, a white, and a gray. Valka, you're doing 3 browns. Dragos, now we are taking 2 browns and a gray. Valkas, you are taking 1 black and 2 browns. Dragos, we are now taking 3 browns. Valkas, you are taking 3 black. Dragos, 3 browns. Valka, 3 black. Cap off with a caramel on Dragos, cap off with a black on Valkas. You want to make 2 of these, same thing as the other ones. Make 2, loom them, pull them off. Alright, now we are going to do 1 more of those spikes, the longest one yet, which is going to take up our entire loom. So, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Alright, so Dragos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 whites and a gray. Valka, 3 whites. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Drago again, 2 whites and a gray. Valka, 3 whites. Drago, 2 whites and a gray. Valka, 3 whites. Drago, 2 whites and a gray. Valka, 3 whites. Drago, 2 whites and a gray. Valka, 3 whites. Alright, now for Dragos, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. Dragos, again, we are doing 2 whites and a gray. Valkas, you are doing 2 whites and a brown. Now Dragos, we are doing 2 whites and a gray. Valkas, you are doing a white and 2 browns. Dragos, we are doing 2 whites and a gray. Valka, you are doing 3 browns. Alright, and now Dragos, we are doing a white, a gray, and a brown. Valkas, you are doing 1 black and 2 browns. Now Dragos, we're doing 2 browns and a gray. Valkas, you were doing 2 blacks and a brown. And Dragos, we are doing 3 browns. Valkas, you were doing 3 black. Drago, we're doing 3 browns. Valka, we're doing 3 black. Cap off in caramel for Dragos, cap off in black for Valkas. Loom. You want to make 4 of these, not 2 like the other ones. This one you want to do 4 of. So make 4 and take them off, store them, and then join me in the next part of the video. What a tedious part of this project, isn't it, everybody? Alrighty, so we have done that. And now we are going to be doing the face. Oh boy, he's so cute. Alright, so you're going to be needing your little warts for this part. You're also going to be needing your tusks. Alright, but don't worry about that until I tell you to use them. Just follow along with me. So, for both of them, I'm going to make their faces completely white, for the most part. Dragos, I might turn gray toward the chin a little bit, but we'll see. Alright, so we are going to be changing our loom a little bit here. We are going to be needing 5 rows, so we can take off a row here. So I'm going to take off this row here. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to change my configuration of my loom a little bit. So I'm going to take, hold on, take this off. I'm going to change my loom into an upward pointing arrow. So I'm moving this one down and this one down, like this. This one I'm also going to move down, and so this one here. Alright, like that. Make sure it's pretty stable, so I'm actually going to take this big one off. Put on a bunch of smaller ones for myself here. Okay. Alright, so you have your 5 rows in an upward pointing arrow, and we're going to work on the face. So, we're going to take our time with this, right? We are taking 2 whites for both Dragos and Valkas, okay? 2 whites. Then 2 whites again. 2 whites again. 2 whites again. 2 whites again. Alright. 2 whites here. 2 whites here. 2 whites here. 2 whites here. Let's do that on the opposite side as well. 2 whites here. 2 whites here. 2 whites here. 2 whites here. Okay, and now I'm going down the edge, so again, 2 whites at a time. Two, three, four, five. 4, 5. One more. Let's go down the other side. I'm taking 2 now and going from here to here, and from here to here, and I'm going to take a double looped single, and that's going to go from here to here. Alright, double looped single from here to here. Now I'm going to take 2 bands and go from here to here, and then 2 going down here, and 2 going here, and then I'm going to take 2 going here to here, and 2 going down, 2 going here to here, and then 2 going down here. Alright, we're doing good so far. Alright, I'm going to take 2 going from here to here, 2 going from here to here, 2 going from here to here. Okay, so not here to here, here to here. So it's kind of like a little bit of a long stretch there. 2 going from here to here. Alright, now for Valkas, we're going to just continue doing white, so 2 whites at a time. For Dragos, I'm actually going to start putting a little bit of gray in here. So for Dragos, I'm taking a white and a gray. It's totally up to you if you want to continue with white or gray, or white and gray for Dragos. But for Valkas, you want to stay with white. So I'm doing white and gray here. I'm also going to do white and gray here. Also here. And also here. And here. here. Okay, so that was a long stretch as well. And here. I'm going to cap off with a white at the bottom here. Alright, I'm going to put on his eyes now. So let's make the eyes. So what we're going to do for Valkas, you're going to be making blue eyes. Okay, or whatever color you want. You know, you can make your Bewilderbeast green, I don't care. For Dragos, I'm going to see if I can actually do blue with a tinge of red on the edges. I don't know how that's going to look, but I can try it. And if it doesn't look good, I'll just take the blue or the red off. Okay, so what we're going to do for Valkas, you're going to take a blue, wrap it around your hook 4 times, then take a black. Actually, this is for both, so just follow me for both. So Dragos and Valkas, you are doing what I'm doing right now. Black also, black on your hook, and a blue. Okay, if you are doing Valkas, you're going to stop there for a moment. Okay. If you're doing Dragos, we are taking a red, and I am doing 4 loops around and bringing that kind of into the blue a little bit. That's up to you, whatever. Okay, and on the other one, 2, 3, 4, the other side a little bit. Ooh, he's gonna be so freaky looking. Alright, so that is one eye, okay, for Valkas. You didn't put the red on. We're gonna do a second eye, alright? So, same thing you just did. So, blue, then black. It might not fit on this hook. We'll see. Hopefully it will. And blue again. Okay, and then again, if you're doing Dragos, let's add the 2 red bands for the edges. Okay. We have our eyeballs on. I'm going to take a white and a gray. No, 2 whites, sorry. 2 whites. For both dragons, you're taking 2 whites onto the end of your hook, and you are pulling all of those eye bands onto those 2 white bands. So this can take some time if you're new at this. But yeah, you want to pull them over. For Dragos, it's okay to get the red mixed in with the blue a little bit. It might add for a cool effect on the eye. Black you want separated. Then you want the red and the blue again. Oh my gosh, he's so creepy. Alright, and then again, red, pull that on. Okay, and the black, and then the rest of it. Alright, so once all of those eye bands are pulled onto the white bands, I'm going to be putting those. You're going to wrap the loops of the white bands. One end goes around this peg here. So one end just went around this peg. And the other end is going around this peg here. Okay. Alright, so one end went around this peg with the other one around this peg. We're going to separate the eyes, so you're going to split them in half. So separate them, if you can, with your fingers. And then what we're going to do is we are, with the white bands that are in between the eyes, we are putting 2 over this middle peg and 2 behind it. So I separated them, so 2 of the bands are in front and 2 are behind, okay? If you don't like the way the colors look, we can adjust them after we take him off the loom, so don't freak out about that. Alright, now we're going to put on some horizontal bands. So you are going to be taking your 2 whites at a time for both dragons, and we are making triangles. Alright, we're going to take a double looped single white from here to here, and also another one from this side to this side, like that. Okay, and also 2 more triangle bands here, and 2 here. You could do white, white and gray, it doesn't matter. For Valkas you want to do white, obviously, and here. Alright, now, we're going to begin looming. And as we loom, we are going to be attaching the warts and the tusks as we go. So, let's start at the bottom here. So we want to go under our capping band. And we are grabbing the top 2, which belong to the guy on... I got a little messed up, but... You want to grab the 2 that belong to this guy here. Okay, so these 2. Then you are going to grab the next 2, which belong on the opposite side. So these here. Alright. And then the bottom 2. And those. Just getting them around the peg here, that's all. Alright, we are going to stop for a moment and attach some warts. So grab your warts. We are putting one right here. We are putting one right here. And we are putting one right here. Okay, so your little warts. Valka's, yours are dark brown and black. Drago's are all brown. Okay, now I'm going to... Oh, I attached this to the wrong one, I'm sorry. Grr, this actually goes on this one, sorry. Sorry guys. It goes right here. Okay, now I'm going to loom this guy twice. So that went up once, went up twice, stopped. Okay. This side I'm going to go up once. This side I'm going to go up once. Then I'm going to go in here and grab these guys. Alright, so grab these guys, loom those. Same thing in here for the other side. So loom those. And then I'm going to go back down and do these 2. Remember, we're not catching the horizontal bands. You should know that. Alright, once we've done that, we're going to attach a wart here, and a wart here. Okay? So grab your warts. So one goes here. One goes here. One goes here. Alrighty. And we can loom this guy. Then we can go in here and loom this guy. And then this guy here. Okay. Then we can go in here and do this guy. And then this guy. Okay. And then this guy. Okay. Let's do the other side now. So we want to go in here, do this guy, then this one, and then this one. Okay, now we want to grab these from in here. So, oh wait, where do I touch the tusk? Yeah, okay. So we want to grab these 2 and do those. In here we want to grab these ones. Oops, looks like I grabbed the wrong one here. Hold on. Hold on, guys. One moment. I grabbed the wrong ones. You hopefully grabbed the right ones. Okay, cool. And then I'm going to loom up the side here and here. Alright, now I am taking one of my tusks. Okay. Okay. And I'm going to be putting my hook through the loose end, the 6 loops at the end. You can pull off your holding band. Okay, make sure your hook is around all the loops. And attach it curved up right here. Let's grab our other tusk and do it that on the other side. Okay, so pull off your... That goes here. Alright, curved up as well. Okay, now I'm going to go up this row. So I loom this guy, and this guy. Same thing on the opposite end. This guy, and this guy. Okay. Now we can go up the middle. Alright, so let's do that. We are grabbing this guy and just bringing him up like this, over the double looped band. Going underneath the eye bands here, grabbing the bottoms, and just going up this row. Remember, not catching any horizontals here. And then last but not least, we can do this row and the one on the other side. So we're going up here and up here as well. And like usual, we want to take our random band, whatever color you want, and tie off our 5 ends up here. Hopefully it'll come off without coming apart. Whoops. Like that band just came apart. Oh, I forgot some warts. Sorry guys. Pull off these holding bands for a moment. I'll try to put a note in the video. If I don't put a note, write a comment and remind me to put a note here. That you have to put some more warts on first. Sorry guys. We're just gonna undo this guy. See, this is a raw video and we all make mistakes, right? We're gonna undo one set of bands in each row here. So that one, this one, this one, please don't dislike this video just because I made a mistake. I know it's frustrating and I'm sorry. But if you're at this level of video, you should understand how to fix it anyway. Like, you shouldn't be confused on if a band comes off, like how to fix it or whatever. Alright, we just want to attach warts here on this V right here. So we should have 5 left. So I'm gonna put one here. Whoops. Put one here. We're gonna put one here. Good thing I caught that before I took it off. I mean, worst comes to worst, if you took it off before we put these on, you could always just attach them afterward. It's not a big deal. But I like doing it before. It looks neater. Or at least to me it does. Alright. Okay, so I attached 5 warts and now I can fix that mistake. So now I can just loom those back up. Okay, and again, I'm just putting my end bands on. This is the top of the head, and the jaw we will be doing later. Not quite yet. Alright, so now we can take this off. Roar! Okay, so here is the top of the head. If you're doing Dragos and you want to adjust the bands on the eyes a little bit, like maybe you want to bring the red to the edges a little more, you can do that. Should be doable. Just gonna adjust mine a little bit so the red is on the edges. Oh, it's so creepy. You can overlap the blues and the red a little bit if you want to. Okay, now. Cool. Let me think here. We can pull the tusks forward a little bit if you want to. And we are going to be putting on some the little hairs. Okay. So these little hairs between the eyes, sort of, we're going to do. So for Valkas, you're going to grab 2 black bands. For Dragos, you're going to grab the brown, 2 brown bands. So evil looking. And what we're going to do is, I'm going to go, you have your creepy eyes, and then you have the set of 2 bands above them. I'm going to be going into those bands and grabbing the horizontal bands on my hook. So I went in and I grabbed the horizontal bands between that set of white. And what I'm going to do is take my 2 brown bands, pull them through those horizontals, and do like a half knot with it. So then pull the brown through itself like that. Then you can like push the brown back into the head, and then you just want to take like scissors and just cut the loops. Alright, so he has his little sensors coming out there, kind of between the eyes or whatever. Okay, cool. Alrighty, now. So creepy with the eyes. Alright, so now we are going to be doing the neck. Alrighty. So let's work on the neck. So for Dragos, we are doing white and gray each time, and for Valkas, we are doing 2 whites. So 2 bands at a time. For Dragos, again, we are doing white and gray. Valkas, you're doing 2 whites at a time. Alright? So 2 at a time. So I went down 6 times there. Go down the next row. Five times. Same thing on the opposite side. We're going down 5 times. Ugh. Hold on, guys. My computer stopped and I have to put the password in to make it come back. Grr, computer. Okay. Okay, still going. Perfect. Alright, anyway, so yeah. So 2 at a time. And we are now going down the edges. Okie doke. Valka's you did all white, and Drago's you did white and gray. We're going to take our head, and we are attaching our 5 loose ends to these 5 pegs. So let us do that now. So hook through the white bands that your end bands are tying off. Actually, before we do that, let's put our horizontal bands on. I just thought of that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so white and gray for Drago's and all white for Valka's. Okay, so 2 at a time we're making our triangles as usual. Actually, I'm not going to put one there. But I am going to put 2 right here. Alright, cool. Now we can attach the ends. So again, hook through the loose white loops on this side. Those are going to go around this peg here. Okay. Then you want to stick your hook through the next set. Those are going to go around this peg here. Next set, this is the middle set. Hook through those. Those are going around this peg here. Hook through the next set. Those are going around this peg here. And hook through the final set. This one can be a little tricky to get because it's tight, so take your time going through these. It might take me a few minutes to get it. And that's going around the final peg here. Okay? Looks a little weird right now. That's perfectly fine. Alright, so we're going to loom this one once. We're going to go in and do this guy once. Okay. The middle guy we want to do as well. Make sure the bands are still around that peg though, because they might have come off. Did mine come off? Can't really tell. Might have to fix that in a moment. But anyway, you want to make sure that the loops are still around the pegs when you loom this. So this guy looks good. Alright, and this final set. Perfect. Alright, so we've loomed up once on each row, and now we are going to be attaching our next spikes. So these things, we're going to be attaching those. So we want to take our shortest ones, which I have here. So the ones that are 6 double looped bands capped off, those are the ones we're doing first. So I'm going to take one and I'm going to put it curved. Put it curved up. If I put it curved, I'm just testing something. If I put it curved up, what will that? Yeah, okay, so we're going to attach them curve upward. All right? So the loose loops are going around these pegs, curved up. The third one is going around here. Fourth one going around here. Fifth one going around here. Okay. All right. I'm going to loom this middle one, the middle one. Okay. So going into that peg, looming this one, and then I'm going to attach my final short one. I should have one more right here because you made 6. So I'm going to attach my final one with curved up right onto here. Okay. Cool. Now I can loom up this one and this one here and this one. All right. And now we are going to be attaching our medium ones. So attach a medium one curved up here. Attach a medium one curved up here. A medium one curved up here. And a medium one curved up here. Okay. Now I can loom once more on each row. Alright, once I've done that, I'm going to be putting a medium one curved up here in the middle, on the middle peg, a medium one here, and a medium one on this side as well. Okay? And then we're going to attach a long one curved up here, and a long one curved up here. Alright. Then again we can loom once up each row. Okay. And I'm going to be attaching a large one in the middle, curved up here, a large one here, and a large one here. Okay. Alright, and then I can loom up this guy and also this guy here. Alright, and then I can loom up this one right here, and then right here I'm going to attach my final long one. So that be this guy curved up. He's going to go right here. Alright, can loom that. Alright, I'm going to take my pink bands and I'm going to tie off my 5 ends. 1, here's 2, here's 3, Here's 4. Here's 5. Okay. Pull this off. Roar. Alright, once I've done that, some of my spikes went through to the other side, so I'm just going to pull them out so they're facing the right way. And hopefully if you attached them all curved up, they should all be angled in that direction, bending backward. Oops, like that. Okay, and what I can do now is I can take off the holding bands that are on this row here. Not these ones, but these. So these pink bands I can take off. Roar! He's cool. Alright, and then once I've done that, I'm going to be doing the back. And this is probably the most challenging part of the tutorial, so hopefully you won't get too confused here. Alright, roar. So cool. So, okay. This, you're gonna have to bear with me. Hopefully I won't make any mistakes. For Valkas, you are going to be using all white here, okay? So double white, so 2 whites at a time. Dragos, we are doing white gray at a time. But first we need to change our loom again to, first of all, we need to change it to the rectangular configuration, and we need to add back that 6th row. So I'm moving my rows up. And then I am grabbing that 6th row. And unfortunately I'm going to be needing the big attachment parts for this. So I'm just going to kind of readjusting this a little bit. Okay, I have 3 looms, so I have extra attachment parts. Alright, yay. So we have our rectangular 6 rows thingy right here. Okay, let us begin working on the back. So, I like to play with his head, it looks cool. So, alright, we are taking a white and a gray for Dragos and 2 whites for Valkas, okay? Like I said before. So, let me just get my bands ready. Alright, so, just follow me. 1, 2, we are taking 2 and putting those from here to here, okay? 2 more from here to here, okay? So that is a long stretch right there. 2 more from here to here. 2 more from here to here. Alright, now we're going to go down a little bit. So again, 2 at a time. Oops. This might seem a little strange. This is the shape of the body though, don't worry. It's gonna be fine. The back of him we are doing in 2 parts. And then we are going to attach them together after. So it'll be pretty interesting to see how this ends up coming out. We shall see. Aha. Actually, I've already done it, so I know it's going to come out fine. I don't know why I freaked out like that. It's whatever. Alright, so that went all the way to the bottom in that row, and then I'm going to take 2 from here to here, so that's another long stretch there. And also from here to here, another long stretch, like that. Okay. Oops. Okay, a long stretch from here to here. Okay. Okay, so it looks kind of weird, the shape, but that is the way it's going to look. Okay, now we're doing some horizontal bands. So for Valkas, obviously you're doing 2 white at a time. And for Dragos, we are doing, obviously, white and gray. So 2 at a time, we're making our triangles. Hopefully your loom won't collapse. Alright, I'm taking double looped white, here to here, here to here, here to here, here to here, here to here. And here to here, we're doing 2 at a time again. Here, 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 and here, and here. And double looped white from here to here, double looped white from here to here. And let us do one more double looped white from here to here. Okay, now we're going to be adding some elements to our dude. So we're going to take the leg. So take one of your legs. Actually, take all 4 of your legs, because there's a specific 2 we're going to use for this one. Take the one that looks like this, or there's 2 that look like this. Okay, so you have make sure you have your brown ridges here, okay, on the ones that you take. Okay, and this we are going to be attaching onto the body. So, watch me. I'm going to turn my loom like this, take my leg, and it's curved down. That's the way it's supposed to be. We're gonna attach it so it's curved down. We're gonna put our hook through the first set of loops, okay, and that is going right here onto this peg. All right, and that is the 4th peg on the 4th row. All right, we're going to be putting our hook through the next set of loops on the leg, and that is, make sure you get it through all 6 loops. I'm missing one. Grr, get on there. Okay, and that is going over this peg here. Alright, so I attached one leg onto these 2 pegs. My second leg I'm going to be attaching onto these 2, okay? So it's on the same row as the back leg, but it is on these 2 pegs at the bottom here, okay? So same thing. Make sure the ridges of your foot are facing that way. Okay, you want to make sure you put the right foot on. Alright, so again, hook through the first set, and that is going right around these, and hook through second set, that is going around these. Okay. Alright, so we have 2 legs attached, and now we're going to be attaching where is my dude's head? Grab your dude's head, okay? What we're going to do here, you have 5 loose ends that you tied off, okay? We are going to be going through these 3 here, okay? Not these 2, because this is half the body, and then we're going to do another half facing the other direction, which these are going to go through. So I want you to go through the set of bands on to you. It's actually the left side of the head, I believe. So the head's right side up. Go through the set on the left. And you are going to be attaching those bands onto this peg here. okay? You're going to go through the next set of bands. Those you are attaching to the next peg here. Alright? And then the middle set of bands is being attached. Oops. Don't miss any. Being attached onto this set. Alright? Don't worry about the other two bands. Okay? So we attached 3. Alright? That's what we're supposed to do. Alright? So I'm going to go into this peg here, and I'm grabbing the top 2 bands to loom. We're beginning looming now. So top 2, which belong to this guy, I'm going to loom those, okay? But before I do that, I'm actually going to, we have to attach our loose end bands. So I'm actually going to pull that up. Pull up those 2 top bands with your hook. You can keep them on your hook for a moment. You're going to take a white band, a loose band, and you're going to lay it right here. Alright, and then just replace those 2 bands over, okay? Like that. Alright, now we are going to go in here and loom the next 2, which are actually these 2 here. Okay, alright. So we loom those. Spikes above. Actually, never mind, take those back. Take those 2 back. Sorry, good thing I diagrammed this out, or I would be very screwed here. Okay. Sorry, so we just loomed this guy here. And what I want to do is we're going to attach one of our large spikes. So, small back spikes. Okay, so these huge ones that we made, we are going to take the one with 10 sets on it. So 1, 2, it actually doesn't matter which one you attach, honestly. But you know how we made like 4 different lengths? We're doing the one with 10 sets on it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I believe that's this one here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, that's 9. Alright. So you want to count and make sure you have 10 sets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. And we are going to be attaching those loose ends around the same peg that that loose white band is on. So, like that, okay? Sorry, good thing I didn't forget that. And then we can go down and loom those 2 bands for this guy, if I can find them. See, this is so tricky because just take your time, guys, because you know this is going to be a really grand dragon and he's going to look great, so you want to make sure you take your time finding the right bands, because I took them back and now it's going to be annoying to find them. Okay, so once you have them, don't have them yet. Why do I do complicated tutorials, guys? Alright. Okay, so once you have them, you can loom them. Sorry about that. Ay, ay, ay. Alright, and now here, we're not doing anything, so we can loom the next set. Oh, but before we do that, we want to take another white circle. And put it right here. Let's take another one and put it here so we don't forget. And another one right here, okay? All right, so anyway, now I'm gonna loom this next set here. So this guy I loomed onto there, where that loose white band is. And I'm going to be attaching one of these spikes. So they're the short, fat ones that you made 6 of. All right, they are these here. Okay, so Valkas, they're white and black. Dragos, they're white, gray, and brown. And we're just gonna put one of those right here. Okay, like that. And then we can loom the next set. All right, and then the next set. All right, and here we're gonna put another one of these. So where are my other ones? Figures, they're all the way over here. So another one is going right onto that peg. All right. Loom the next set. And make sure that loose white band stays there. And the next set. And here, again, we are attaching one more of those fat spikes. Alrighty. And now we are going to go up. We are going to work on the next row a little bit here. So I'm going to go up and loom this guy to here. And I'm going to loom the next guy. And here we're going to be attaching another one of these. Okay. So this one is actually going to be 10, 11. The one with 11 sets on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right, so find one with 11. You have 2 of them, and attach that one right here. Curved. I think it's actually going to be curved. Curve up. So attach it curve up. All right, so we attached it curved up. We're going to loom this one and the next one. And now we are attaching one of the 4 with 12 on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So again, curved up. Loom, loom again. We are attaching another one with 12. Okay, curved up. And then we are going to be doing this guy, and then we are attaching the shorter one, so one of the ones with 9 on it, which I believe is this one here. 1, 2, 3, so you have to stop and count. 8, 9, yeah, okay. So curved up. All right, then we can loom this set here, like that. And we can also loom this set in here. So this guy, all right. Okay, cool. Now we're gonna go up this row here. So go all the way down here, grab the bottom 2. Loom those, okay. And then we are gonna loom the next set and the next set. All right. as we loom, we're going to be attaching our wing here, okay? So, we're going to take our wing. You have two. Take the one that's curved, that has the long end on this side and is curved like this, okay? Alright, we are going to stick our hook through the loose ends in the row of the longer end, and those are going right on the peg we just loomed up to, okay? Like that. We are looming one set. So loom one set of bands. Whoops. Then you want to stick your hook through the next set of bands on your wing. And those are going around that next set of pegs that we just loomed. Alright, then we're going to go down in there and loom those. Okay, then we want to go through the third set in our wing. And that goes around that peg here. And we want to loom those two. And hook through the next set. Goes around here. And those next set. Hook through next set of bands. Over here. Loom these, and then finally hook through the final set. Those go here. And we can loom all the way up now on this row. Alright, so I went all the way up. Cool. Now we are doing... Alright, cool. So we did all the major annoying parts of that side. Now we can just loom the rest. So I'm going to loom this guy to the foot, go all the way down. Oops. So now I'm just looming up this row. Okay, went all the way up. And I'm going to go up. I'm going to do the two diagonals here next. Oops. Stop there for a moment. Now we're going to go and do this row. Up to here, once we reach this point, then we're going to grab this guy and do him. And then we're going to continue going up this row. So we want to lift up the leg. And then you want to take the pink band. Oh, and don't forget this guy here. That would not be good. Alright, cool. And now you want to just take whatever color band you want. I'm doing pink. And just tie off this end here. And then we can take him off, at least this side of the body. We go where no one goes. We go where no one goes. Cool. So we have half of the body, and we have to make the other half, and then we still have to do the tail and the stomach and everything. But so far, it looks pretty cool. Alrighty, buddy. Haha, he's cute. Alright, so for now, I can take off the pink bands that are the holding bands on the wing. You just want to make sure you don't take off this one at the very end. You can take off the holding bands on the wing and on the legs. And we can take off this one here. This one here. And the second one here. We're going to leave the other three on because we're going to make the second half with those. Alright, and we have our 4 loose white bands here you should have. Okay? Cool. So now we're going to work on the other half of the main body. Roar, he's so creepy. Alright. So anyway, let us do that now. Okay, so bear with me if I take a long time to do this because so again, if you're doing Valkas, you're going to be taking 2 white at a time. If you're doing Dragos, you're taking white and gray. Alright. Okay, so we are starting here. So 2 here, going here. We're pretty much doing the same thing we just did, it's just opposite, and the loose bands are going to be in a different spot. But I figured it would make everybody happy if I did it with you. Alright, 2 going down. 2 going diagonally, long stretch there. Okay. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so 2 at a time going down 5 times here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, whoops. 3, 4, 5. Long stretch here. Also long stretch here. Okay, long stretch here. Oh wait, this one actually goes like this. Okay, long stretch. All right. And now we're going to put our horizontals on. So, 2 at a time. Double looped here, 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 double looped here. All right, so again, we're taking our final 2 legs, and so grab one with it curved down, put your hook through the loose ends, and again, this is going to go around this peg here, and the other end is going to go around this peg. And our other leg, hook through this end, or through these loops, that's going to go around here. And the other end is going to go around here. Okay, so we have attached our legs there. Alright, I'm going to put on my loose bands now. So these are going in a little bit of a different spot than the last set went. So this is actually going to, we're going to put one here. So white bands here, here, and here. Okay. All right, so put them there. We should have 4 there. And now we're going to take our portion that we did so far, so this guy, and we have 3 holding bands here. And this is the other half of the body, so we are going to be attaching these 3 loose ends to these 3 pegs. Alright, so first I'm going to go through the set that's nearest to the head. So I'm going to go through those. Alright, once I've gone through those, I'm going to put, with the head facing up, those I'm going to attach onto this peg here. Okay. And once I have done that, I can loom. I'm actually going to loom the 2 bands under it. So, hold on. So I'm going to find these 2 from under here and do those just so the head stays on. I don't think I did that the last time, but I'm going to do it this time. Ugh, of course it's all tangled. Wait, maybe it's not. Hold on. And then I'm going to do the other 2, which I believe are these guys. Yeah, okay. So I just loomed the 2 sets there. Okay. It's a little tangled, but I'm not going to worry about it. Alright, so that will ensure that that portion stays on, and now I'm going to go through the second set of bands that are being tied off here. And those are going to go around this peg here. Alright, and the third set, third set is going to go around this peg. Okay? So let us loom. We're going to go into this peg, and we're going to grab the top 2. And we're going to loom those, okay? So loom these 2. Then we're going to take one of our big spikes with the 10 sets on it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This one has 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This one has 10. So this one we are attaching curved upward right onto this peg here. Alright. And then I'm going to go in and I'm going to find these 2 bands and loom those. Alright. Then I'm going to loom the next set up here. And here we are attaching one of our fat spikes. So same thing we did with the other side. So for Valkas you have white and black ones. These, alright, so I'm going to attach one. And I'm going to loom. I'm going to loom again. And I'm going to attach another one. Whoops, I want that to stay on. Alrighty. Gonna loom again. And again. And attach the final one. Alright, so we used up all those guys. Okay. And then I can even loom this guy. So I'm gonna go in and do this one here. Okay. Alright, now we're going to work on this row. This is where all our fat spikes are going. So, once I've done this guy, I can loom this set, and then I'm also going to loom the next set. And now we are putting one with 11 sets. So that was this one. So you want to count and make sure there's 11 sets on the spike. Attach it curved upward right here. Oops. Loom this guy and the next set. And then grab one of the ones with 12. Attach that curved up right here. Loom that. Do the next set. Attach another one with 12. This and loom the next one, and then we are attaching the one with 9 curved up. Alrighty, and then we are looming that one. Okay, cool. We can kind of turn the spikes if they're in the way or whatever. Alright, now we are going to work on the third row here, so go all the way down here, loom the two at the bottom around this peg, and then you want to do 2 more times. So loom the next set and the next one. Alright, now we're going to be touching our wing. Okay, so our other wing, again, we are attaching here. So hook through the ends of the row that's the longest, attaching that so it's curved. You want the wing to curve downward. So that's going to go here. We are looming this set here. The next one. Alright, and then we are going through the next set. That is going here. Again, looming the bottom 2. Okay. And going through the third set here, looming those. Through the fourth set. Whoops. Knock into my screen there. Okay. Going into the next set here. And the final set around here. And I can go all the way up now. Except, actually, I'm going to wait to do this last set. You can loom it, but I'm going to wait. Alright, now I'm going to go down here to the next row. Lift up my guy so I can find the 2 bands to loom. And we're just going to loom all the way up this row as well. Okay, I'm going to stop there, and then I'm going to go up this one, so I'm going to grab the guys in here, do this. Alright, stop there. We want to go up this row. And we also want to do this guy here, that long one there. this one here, this one, this one, this one, then this diagonal. Then we want to do this one, then this one, then this one, then this one. Okay, and once we've done that, we can tie off this end here. Okay. What a complicated design. You probably think you're doing it wrong because it looks so weird, but in reality you're doing it right. So, alright, now we're going to take it off carefully. Hopefully I didn't miss any part, because if I did that would be really sad. Okay. So yay. So once I've done that, we have, it looks like we have a head with a body that's split into two. Like if you turn them upside down, that's what it looks like. It looks like kind of like a Y. Okay. So all we're gonna do here, oh, it looks like I missed the band here. We can take off all the pink, all the holding bands except for the one on this end and the one on this end, okay? But the rest we can take off. So all the ones that are attaching the neck to the body, we can take off. There's 3 of those. All the ones that are attaching the legs to the body, I can take those off. There's 4 of those. All the ones that are attaching the wings to the body. Okay, so I took off all of them except for the 2 pink at the ends, okay? And we have 4 loose white bands on each, the inside of each here. What we're going to do is we are going to attach it like this with those white bands. Bewilderbeast, she actually made a tutorial on Skull Crusher, and she kind of used this technique. I kind of did this on the Taruk's stomach. This is a little bit different in that the bands are actually alternating. So I will give her the credit for this idea to create kind of like a zipper-like effect. Although I did something very similar on my Taruk. So go Bewilderbeast. Yay. But I will also be doing a tutorial on Skull Crusher eventually, my own design. Alright, so what we're going to do here is we're going to attach things here. So we have a loose white band right here, the one that's closest to the head, this one here. I'm going to go through the 4 bands on the other side of the body and pull that white band through those bands. Okay. So I pulled that through. Once I pull that through, I'm going to take my finger and I'm just going to hold it. Okay. Then we have a white band on this side, which we're going to pull through the bands on this side. Okay. All right, and I'm going to... So what I just did there was once I pulled it through, I took this band, I put my fingers through it, and then I grabbed this band, all right? And then we're going to do the same thing for this guy, all right? So the next one, we are pulling through these bands, all right? So this loose white band is going through here, and fingers through, pull that. All right, so we're going to hold this one with our fingers, and we are going through this one now. And this white band is going through those. All right, finger, going to do that one. So it's kind of like a little bit of a zipper effect here that we're doing. Hook through these bands, pulling this white band through those. And finger through there. All right, so we're just continuing that, and it's gonna like pretty much zip the body together. Okay. Fingers through here. All right, so it takes a little bit of time to get them all through, but it's gonna look great, so just take your time. All right, and then this last one. All right, so once your fingers are around that last one, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my hook, go through like some random bands in the body, maybe like here, and pull that white band through those. Doesn't matter. And then just take a C-clip and attach it to the end of that white band like that. All right, and that'll hold it there. So you have your dude. He looks so cute. So if you turn him over, he looks pretty impressive so far. Roar. All right, and then we're gonna do the tail next. All right, guys. So let's work on that. What a tutorial! This is crazy. Alrighty, so I don't know if this really looks like Drago's, but whatever. I tried. Okay, tail. So, if you're doing Valkas, you're doing all white for this part. If you're doing Dragos, you are doing 2 whites and a gray. So I'm putting 2 whites, I'm putting the 3 bands here. Again, same thing, 2 whites and a gray. 2 whites and a gray. Again. Seven. All right, so 7 times. Then I'm going to take white and a gray. If you're doing Valkas, you're taking 2 whites, white and a gray again, here. And then 2 whites and a gray, here. 2 whites and a gray 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 here. Okay. And I'm going to take a double looped white, put that here, another double looped white here for both dragons. Alright, you're going to take your spikes that you have remaining. You should only have, if you're doing Valkas, you should have black spikes. If you're Dragos, you should have brown spikes. Put the loops on the end of your hook of one spike. Double loop a white band onto the end of your hook. Pull that spike onto it. And attach the ends to these pegs here. So same thing as here, we just have attached a spike onto it. Figures it would break on me. Hold on. Alright, so here and here. Alright, we're going to do that one more time with another spike, so one here, double looped white, like this. Okay, doesn't matter if the spikes are facing up or down because we can always adjust them later. Alright, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take double looped white for both dragons, like this. So just do what I'm doing. Double looped white. Okay, another one I'm putting here. And here. Double looped white here. Double looped white here. Double looped white here, double looped white here, double looped white here, double looped white here. Okay, if you're doing Valkas, you're going to you're going to cap off all these with black. If you're Dragos, you're going to cap them with brown, or the caramel brown. Whoops. Alright, so I capped all those side double looped bands with brown or black if you're doing Valkas. And you're going to take your guy, and you have your two loose ends at the end. We're going to attach them to these two pegs, alright? So let's take some time to get through all the bands. So take your time doing this. Just going to use this hook. There is a lot of sets of bands you need to go through, so it might take a few minutes to get through all of them. So you're pretty much following your tying band with your hook and getting through all the bands that the tying band is going through. That's how I do it. I just follow the pink. Alright, once it's through all of them, this is tricky, you want to get them all around this peg. So you really have to use your arm muscles and get them around. You can take the pink band off if you want to risk it being a little easier, but if everything comes apart, then that's bad. Alright? Alright, so everything's over that now. Alright, so I'm going to do the other side. I'm gonna risk it and take this band off. And then if you do that, you can slowly put on the bands one set at a time. Alright, so once that's around, then what we want to do is we want to loom all these side things first. So we're looming this guy, looming this guy, all the side ones. Alright, and now we can loom. I'm going to start on this side, and all the way down, grabbing the bottom 3. Looks like I think I only grabbed 2 there, so I want to make sure I grab the 3rd. Alright. Tricky set, especially since it's around the double loops. Alright, and we want to do this set. Okay, here we are going to attach a spike. So Valkas, you have the black ones, Dragos, you have the brown ones. So one's going to go here. Okay, another one's going to go here. Okay, take them off. This one you might need another hook or something to help you out with this part. This is going to be a tight portion to take off. Okay, you can take off the 2 pink bands here. So here's one. Hopefully it'll all hold. Looks like I missed a band here. That's alright. If you miss one, it's not a huge deal. But what I'm going to do, we have like a hole here. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to... I'm going to go through the bands that I missed as well. Okay. So if you missed a set, go through them. And then you're going to go through some bands on like the side here. And we're just going to take like a white band or something. Pull it through all those. and tie it. Pull, and that kind of closes the hole there. And then I'm also going to attach that to the C-clip here. Alright. So cool, so he won't fall apart. That kind of closed up the hole a little bit. Alright, and now I'm going to be making the tail. Alright, so, I mean the end of the tail now. So, taking okay, so for Valkas, you're going to do double looped. Oh, we have to change our configuration here first. Okay, so take off a row, and we're changing it back to the offset. So this one we're going to move down one, and this one we're going to move down. Oops. And this end we're going to move down. Okay, so now it's offset. Perfect. Okay, so Dragos, we're taking double looped caramel. Valkas, you're taking double looped black. Alright. For Dragos, I'm going to take 2 caramel here. Valkas, you're going to take 2 white. So just assume it's white unless I say. I'm not really sure what color the tail is, but I'm just going to make mine brown. I don't really care. Alright, gonna put 2, let's put 2 here. Again, this is white for Valkas. 2 here. 3. Okay, still white for Valkas. Alright, and then this is also white for Valkas. Like, you're taking 3 white for Valkas. For Dragos, you're doing 2 whites and a gray. It's all the way down. Okay, and if you're doing we're taking a double looped white, no matter which one you're doing, like this, another double looped white, like this. If you're doing Dragos, you're capping it off in brown. Valkas, you're capping this off in black. Okay, and then I'm going to take, if you're doing Valkas here, you are taking white. Dragos, you're taking brown. Actually, I'm going to put these like this. Make it easier to loom. Doesn't really matter for these as long as we can loom them. Yeah, this row is off, but it doesn't matter. Alright, and then I'm actually going to cap off my end here with black because I want to, and I want to put more black in my dragon, so whatever. You can do caramel too if you want, that's fine. Oh, wait a sec, no, we're not capping off, sorry. First, what we're going to do, we're going to take black and we are going to wrap it around our peg 4 times. Take another black, double loop it, put it on like this so you have like a little double looped band on capped band, and we're going to put that right here. Alright, so I'm going to do that on all my ends here. So wrap around 4 times, double loop on end of hook, pull the capping band onto that double looped end, and attach those loose ends onto the hook. Onto the peg. I don't think this is what Drago's looks like, but whatever. I'm pretty sure his is brown. Alright. We go where no one goes. We go where no one goes. Okay, so I have those all attached now. I'm going to loom all these here. So this guy I'm looming. Ooh, there's only one there. Make sure there's 2. Looming these. Looming these. Okay. I'm gonna put some bands here for my horizontals. So 2 at a time, we're just putting on like this. All right. And then we're gonna take our guy and we're attaching the loose end to, oh wait, first let's loom these. So I'm gonna loom this guy and I'm gonna loom this guy. All right. And then we're gonna take this loose end and just attach it to the end here. All right, so we attached him facing right side up, and now we are just gonna finish looming this tail. Whoops, not like that though. Okay, once we reach the end, for Valkas, you're going to tie off with black bands here. My guy I'm tying off with brown. Take them off. Take off your holding band here. And there you go. Alright, so we have most of our guy done. We still have to do the stomachs. Probably should have made his whole head gray and white too, but whatever. Alright, so we're now going to work on the stomach. So I'm just going to fix my end here. Alright, so first we're going to do the tongue. So grab your pink bands. And we're going to do 2 at a time here. So just follow me. So 2, 2, 2, and 2, 2, 2, stretchy 2, 2, 2, stretchy 2 here, cap off the bottom. Two here, 2 here. Okay, let's loom the tongue. Alright, I'm going to tie off my 3 ends here. Alright, so I have my tongue. Put that aside. We're going to work on the chin. So I am doing a white chin on my guy, except at the end. Valkas, you're going to do completely white, okay? So if you're doing Dragos, just follow me. We're taking 2 white bands at a time. Okay, and now we're going to take a white and a gray. White and a gray again. And a white and a gray again. I feel like changing the color of my guy's tusks. I don't think they should. I think they should be a different color. I'll probably end up changing it later. Alright, so then we're going to take 2. Darn it. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ugh. Okay, sorry guys, I did this a little bit wrong. Take off these top 2. Like that. And just take off these bottom 2. Sorry. Alright, anyway, here we're doing 2 white, 2 white. Valkas, I told you before, you're doing completely white. Okay, then white and gray. White and gray. White and gray again. Alright, anyway. 2 whites here. 2 whites here. 2 whites here. White and gray. White and gray. White and, yeah, like that. Sorry. Alright, and then we're going to go 2 whites here. 2 whites here. 2 whites here. 2 whites here. Let's do white and gray. White and gray again. And white and gray. White and gray here. White and gray here. White and gray here. I'm going to cap off my bottom with a white. Alright, let's put some horizontal bands on. Oh wait, first we want to put 2 here, 2 here, and also 2 white here and 2 white here. Alright, so now we want our horizontals. So 2 at a time. Okay, now what we're going to do is I'm going to take white bands. I'm going to lay one here. I'm going to lay one here. Actually, no. Yeah. One here. One here. One here. One here, and one here. Okay, and now we're going to loom this, and we want to make sure those loose bands stay on. So let's start with this guy here. We're looming these two. We're going to go back down and loom these two. And then these two. Alrighty, and then I'm going to these. Okay, let's go up our edge here. This. Ooh, wait, hold on. Replace this guy. Just realized something. We have to put this guy and this guy underneath these. So lift these and put the 2 here. Okay, then replace this guy and then this guy. Alright, otherwise it's not going to hold. So lift these 2, replace this guy, put that guy on, and put these guys, and then these guys. Sorry, I just want to make sure it will end up being right. Okay, anyway, so yeah, so now we can loom. Oh, we want to undo this guy too. Sorry guys. I put these on too late. I should have put these on earlier. Oh wait, was that right? No. Yeah. Okay, so lift this up, and this goes like this underneath this. Same thing here. So these 2 diagonals go underneath these. Okay, sorry about that. Hopefully that'll be better. Alright, so anyway, we want to re-loom this one and this one. Okay. And, whoops. Here. Okay. I'm going to go up the middle, and I'm going to go up to here and stop. Okay. Go up here, go up to here and stop, go up this one, sorry guys, this isn't turning out the way I kind of hoped it would. I'm just fixing this. Hold on, everybody. Come on. I'm so annoyed at this thing right now. Go through the loop. Okay, it's not working. Okay, this is not... Sorry guys, this is really frustrating me right now. Okay, anyway. Jeez. Alright, we loom that. Grr, my goodness. Loom up to here. Okay, now we are taking our tongue and we are attaching the 3 loose ends to these 3 pegs here. Okay. Alright, and I'm tying off with a white band. Okay. Alright. Grrr, Bewilderbeast. Okay, and then I can take him off. Okay. Alrighty, so once I've done that, I can take off the holding bands around the tongue. So there's those 3 bands I can now take off. We don't want that top band coming undone either, so just be careful with that. Alright, so we're taking off the 3 holding bands, and now we can take our Bewilderbeast and we can attach the chin to him. So the tied band is going at the top. Okay, so we're placing it so the bottom is even with the bottom of the top of the head, obviously. And we are going to go, we are pulling all our loose white bands through the bands on the head. So that's all we're doing, like stomach attachment. So you should be very familiar with this. So we're just pulling all these through. Alright, and then the tied off band at the top, we're also going to act as if that's one of the other bands and pull that through as well. So what we're doing now is we're going to start with this band here. We're going to put our fingers through it, grab the next one, fingers through, grab the next. Fingers through, grab the next, fingers through, grab the next. Fingers through, grab the next, fingers through, grab the next, fingers through, grab this last one. And like we did before, we are going to go through some bands deeper on the body, pull that through those, and attach with a C-clip. Okay, hold that in place for now. Now you can pop the mouth, kind of, okay? And now you can make this tongue come out and make him stick his tongue out at whoever. He's cute. Alright, now. And now we are going to be doing the neck portion. Alright, so let's do that. So for this portion, I'm going to actually be using some jelly blue in it. I think that would be kind of cool. It's up to you if you want to do that as well. Alright, so the neck we are making white with some jelly blue. If you don't have jelly blue, you can just make it all white. Or you can use light blue too. Alright, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do like, I wonder how it would look if I did like maybe a white and a jelly each time. Let's try that. So white and jelly, you can do this however you want. You can put jellies like wherever. I'm just going to do white and jelly each time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, then we're going to go diagonally. Diagonally the other way as well. We go where no one goes. Alright, and then we're going to do a horizontal, so I'm going to do a white and a jelly for each horizontal. Sorry guys, if you don't like my singing, I just like to sing. I'm probably the most unprofessional YouTube loomer on YouTube. Alright, so once I've done that, I have to cap off my end, and I'm going to cap off with a white. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take white bands and put them all along I'm going to put my loose bands along my edges, so every other peg gets a band. Okay, and now I can begin looming. So start with this one. Oops, make sure those bands stay on. Alright, and then as usual, tying off with a white band. Cool. Looks pretty neat. Alright, and then we're pulling all our loose bands outward. Alright, and then we're grabbing our guy and we're going to attach the neck on. Doesn't matter, you can put the tying band at the top or the bottom. I am going to put mine at the bottom. So we're just laying it on, kind of at the bottom of the jaw, and same thing we did with the jaw, we're just pulling all those white bands through like the body pretty much. But we want to also stuff it a little bit. So grab a napkin, grab a tissue, and just follow me. Let's start on this side with this guy. So we're going to pull through about half of them, the top half, and then we're going to leave the bottom half unpulled until we stuff the neck. So just, I'll show you. So we're just pulling through the top half of the bands. To this guy. So this guy here. Okay, once I've done that, I'm going to take a tissue or a napkin or something. I'm going to rip a little piece off. And I'm going to stick that into the neck. Yeah, stick it in. But you want to make sure your bands stay through, you know what I mean? So you kind of just stick in the tissue underneath. And then once you've done that, you can pull the rest through. If my thing is off screen, it's only because I'm pulling the bands through. You should know what you're doing. And even this guy here. Okay, so once we've done that, we're going to start at this one. Okay, the one at the bottom of the chin. Put your fingers through. Grab the next one. Fingers through. Grab the next one. Fingers through. Grab the next one. Fingers through. Next one, 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 and then the last one. And that one we're going to wrap around the tusk here. We can kind of pop it so his neck pops a little bit. Ha! He's cool. Alright. And now we're just going to work on his stomach, which in my guy, I'm going to make it... Should I make it blue or white? What do you think, guys? Maybe I'll make it gray or blue. I think I'm going to make it blue like the neck. Alright, so pretty much we're just doing the same thing. We're just white and blue. Alright, if you don't have blue, just use white. Alright. So this is the same thing as the neck. We're just going all the way down the length of the loom instead of just 10 sets. We're doing the whole loom. So that's all. think I will also make the chain for the tusks as well. I think that would be cool to do that. So I will be doing that with you guys as well. That's very simple to do though. Okay, let's put our horizontals on. We go where no one goes. Yeah, that song is stuck in my head. Alright, cap off the end with white. And we're going to lay our white bands on. So one here, one here, one here. Whoops. Okay, again, let's loom this. Ooh, looks like this one fell off. Okay, and then when we reach the end, again, we are tying off a white band. Okay, pull out all your ends again, like you did before. Okay, and again, take your Bewilderbeast, and this is going right here. Alrighty, so we are attaching, I guess it doesn't matter exactly where, but so just line up the bottom of the stomach with the rear, okay, and then you can kind of just eyeball it and just, this is going to overlap the neck, that's perfectly fine, and that's a good thing. So we're going to go into the neck bands to pull that through, alright? So again, let's pull the top 3 bands through, and then we're going to put some tissue in, or napkin or whatever you're using, inside of him. So I'm going to grab fingers, I don't have any more of the napkin. Napkin, tissue, stick it into the stomach. Alright. I'm going to put as much in there as you can, because he's a big guy. So I'm going to put a little extra in there. So I put about 2.5 full tissues in there. And then we can continue pulling the bands through the body. Okay? Do 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 do. We go where no one goes. This bottom one I'm just gonna pull through part of the tail. Okay, once they're all through, we're going to start at this one here. Okay, so we have one kind of on the diagonal here. This one, fingers through, next one, fingers through. So same thing, going all the way around. It actually doesn't matter which one you start at, but start at one that's kind of near one of the legs. Alright, when you grab the last one, you can wrap that around the leg. Okay. You can double loop it if you want to. You can pop the stomach a little bit. He looks amazing. Let's make the chain for his tusks. Actually, let's wire him first. So I'm gonna grab some of the 16 gauge wire, and all I'm really gonna wire are his legs. You can also wire into his head if you want to prop his head up a little bit. I'm gonna stick his tongue back in for a moment so he looks normal. Alright, so what I'm gonna do, you need your wire cutters and your wire, and you're gonna measure the length of the legs plus about 2 extra inches. Cut your wire, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna stick it in through the toenails, or between the toenails. Just kind of stick it through the leg. Try to make it like so you can't really see it from either side. And then you want to kind of stick it through the back, okay? Stick it through the back and into the other leg. If you're a kid, you should have a grown-up help you with this because you will probably poke yourself if you try to do it on your own. Okay, so occasionally you can pull it out slightly. Pull on your leg and fit it through again. Sometimes I use my teeth to pull it out a little bit. Okay, once you've reached the end, you're going to pull it out like an inch extra, fold it back on itself, and just insert it back into a different area of the foot. Okay, and try to bury that end into the foot. Alright, then you're gonna pull on it so it's long enough. The other side, you're gonna do the same thing here. You might have to trim it a little bit. So again, on this side, alright, so on this side I am also folding it in on itself. I have to trim it a little more. And again, inserting it into another area in the foot. Doesn't matter where. So now you can bend his front legs. And now I'm going to do that with the back legs as well. So again, taking the wire, cutting it, sticking it through the toes, once you stuck it through the one leg, again you want to try to go through the back, go through some of the bands in the back of your guy. Yeah, I'm definitely going to change his tusks to a different color because I feel like the white doesn't look good with the white head on this guy. It looks good on Valka's, but on this guy I think it looks kind of weird, so I'm going to change the color on my guy. So it's totally up to you though, you can leave it white if you want. Okay, so fold it all the way through. Okay, bend it in on itself. Alright, cut the other end if you need to. Same thing here. Alright, so now you have wires in the back legs. So now he can sit, he can stand. Roar. Alright, cool. Let's make the chain for his tusks. If you're doing Valkas, you are done at this point, but I am not because I am doing Dragos. Alright, so for Dragos, alright, so let's just make a chain. So all we're going to do is I'm going to take, if you have the metallic silver, I don't have a lot of it, but I might have some. All we're doing is just a regular rainbow loom bracelet for this. So actually I'm going to start off with three silvers. If you don't have silver, you can use gray. So I'm just going to put 3 silvers on my loom. Okay, so 3 silvers, then a single silver. Alright, then another single. And I'm going to try to find some more. Don't know how many I have. Another one. Another one. Another one. Another one. We're going to see if we even need all these. We might not need too many. But I'm going to go down the entire row. Alright, and then I'm going to end with 3 again. So take 3 silvers at the end. Okay. And I'm just going to start looming up. So this one I'm going to loom. It's just like making the basic bracelet that you should have learned when you got the kit. I'm sure there's a more fancy way to make a chain, but for this guy I'm just going to do it like this. Yeah, okay. Alright, so once you've loomed them all, pull it off. And you can wrap this end around the tusk. So you have your 6 loops or whatever that you want to stick the tusk through. Okay. And then you have this at the other end, which what we're going to do is we're going to stick that through the other tusk, and then we're going to double loop it like this, like that. So then both ends are pretty much the same. So you have your chain on your guy, and then you can make it longer because it's kind of short, but you can tie your tusks closer to your head if you want to. That is up to you. Okay, guys. So that's it. You're done. I'm actually going to continue filming because I think I'm going to be changing the color of my tusks to a different color. So I'm actually going to continue filming. You can watch if you want. If not, you're done. And yay! So congratulations to you on being done. Alright. So I hope you enjoy your guy. Your Bewilderbeast. I don't even know if this is going to look any better, but I'm just adding a little bit of gold and brown into it. Actually, I think this is actually neon orange, supposedly, but I like to call it yellow-orange. This is also a way to attach body parts after you've pulled off the loom. There is a way. I don't think it looks as neat and nice as attaching them while you are looming, so I don't like to do it this way, but I'm changing my tusk color here. I'm seeing how this is going to look. It might not even look that good, but if you do this, let's see how this looks. Yeah, I think I like that tusk color better. It's like yellowy orange. Cool. So I made a new tusk, and how you attach, I'm gonna have to cut off this one. Make sure I cut it off at the right spot though. Same thing with this guy. Except that loose band is going to be there for a moment. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through, I have my thing on my tusk on my hook. I can go through these 4 bands. Let's see how this works. Let's see. Alright, so I just attached it like that. So yeah, that's a way to do it. Alright, and then I can rewrap this white band around that tusk. Yay. Okay, and then I'm going to attach the other tusk as well. So I'm going to go into the opposite bands over here. And open up the loop. Pull it through. And then what we can do is just take a white band, go through some of the bands on the face, as well as, like, say, some of the bands on the tusks, like maybe right here at the end here. Pull the white band through all those, do a half knot, and wrap around. And that kind of will pull the tusk a little closer to the face, like that. Let's do the same thing on this side. So that's up to you. If you want to change your tusk color, you can totally do that, and it's fine. There he is. There's Drago's Bewilderbeast right there. And if you have Valka's, he'll probably look something like this. So now you have them both. And they're so cute. Except this guy's mean. Roar, they're fighting! I'm gonna win! No, I'm gonna win! Whoa! So yeah, guys, or you can make them be in love and like their tongues can stick out and they can like lick each other like, yeah, I love you, whatever you want. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed, and I know you were all looking very forward to this tutorial, so I hope you all enjoyed it, and I hope your Bewilderbeasts came out great. Again, this video was in memory of Shayan, who passed away from leukemia last week. So let's keep his family in our thoughts and prayers as we look at our Bewilderbeast. Let us remember that and just appreciate each day. You know, every day is a blessing, so just live like it's your last day. Alright, everybody, so enjoy your Bewilderbeast, and I will see you for the next video soon. Bye-bye.